right? And so I remember there was a period after I sold the Honda Civic that I said to you, right? I went back and I bought a Honda Prelude. You know, Honda Prelude, the one that once you on the headlight, it flips up. The headlight flips up, right? That was my second car in life. And so when I bought the Honda Prelude, it was a white Honda Prelude. Before then, after I bought the Honda Civic and I sold it for 270,000 naira. Now, after I sold the Honda Civic, there was an opportunity within that period. I call it an opportunity because that's one thing that transformed my life completely. If you remember, there was a 2 million man march for Abacha then in Abuja. Now, that 2 million man march, I think every state was mobilized to get some youths to come to Abuja to do the 2 million man march for Abacha. I was among the people that left from Benue to Abuja. And so when I got to Abuja, I now saw the beautiful roads, the high rising. Those are things that I have never seen in my life, both in Benue and Plateau growing up as a child. So I saw a different Nigeria completely. And I saw a different opportunity completely. Now, when I was leaving Abuja, my mindset changes completely. I got back to Makurdi. I was in my bed one evening and I started thinking, I said, Kefas, you said you want to succeed in life and you are into car business now. You just started buying a car and you've just gone to buy the second car and now you're here. Now, what is your dream? How big do you want to become? Which is another thing in business. If you are in any business, you must look at your target audience. What do you intend to achieve in that particular business that you want to do? You must have a projection. Now, and that is why, again, in every business that you do, location is very key. Even in just here, do you understand?
Yes.
You cannot go and build a 3-star or 5-star hotel somewhere around at the back that you expect people to go there and stay. No, location is key. The people that build house in GRA Rayfield will be making more money than you. So location is key. Now, in thinking that, I now told myself, Benue State is a civil service state. If I am to buy these cars and come in, how many people will be buying this thing from me over time? Now, comparing what I have seen in Benue and the Abuja that I've seen, that I see something different, I told myself that if I really want to grow, that means I have to relocate from Makurdi, Benue State to Abuja. Now, when I got back to Makurdi, I met my dad and I told him, I want to relocate to Makurdi. My father said no.
You want to relocate to Abuja?
To Abuja, sorry. He said no, that it's not possible. I can't. That who do I know in Abuja? I said, I don't know anybody. He said, so how do you want to go to Abuja? I said, sir, let me just go to Abuja. I said, I have friends that no matter what it is, I will look for them and I will survive. He said, no, I insisted. I said, listen, my spirit is pushing me to go to Abuja because if I'm here, my opportunities will be limited. And he said, okay, fine. If I insist, I can go. I said, fine. So I made my arrangement. I called my friend in Lagos. I was just bold. Trust me, I don't know anybody in Abuja. And I told my father, I said, listen, suffering does not kill anybody. And I said, I need to take a step for me to know where my destiny lies. He said, okay, no problem. If I insist, I can go. But I should remember what he said to me, that if I do well, it's for the family. If I don't do well, it's my business. So now, I left. When I left, before I left, I spoke to my friend that I said I called from Lagos.
Yeah.
Said, I'm moving to Abuja, but I don't know anybody. And he said, no, if I go, that he has a friend, one Igbo guy. His name is Udoka.
Okay.
You know, that if I go, I should go and meet him that's going to call him. I said, fine. So I left. Now, that was even the period I just learned. Don't forget I said to you that my first car was a Honda Civic. I've never had a car in my life, so I don't know how to drive. I used one woman. She's late now. It was her driver. Anytime, she was one of my students, funny enough, in that satellite campus. So anytime her driver brings her in school, or he sends her she sent him anywhere, he will come to my place, teach me how to drive before he goes and deliver her message. So I took that opportunity, right? And I learned how to drive from that car. Now, when I bought that Honda Civic, I was still trying to manage how to drive. I was just trying to get myself perfected. So when that Honda Prelude comes, I still was learning how to drive. So I didn't know how to drive. But I was bold enough to drive from Makodi to Abuja with the car. Now, I got to Abuja. I don't know roads. For anybody that knows Abuja knows almost all the road looks the same.
The same.
And as at that time, it's more confusing because there are no structures for you to give a location. No more structures. Just the road network was there, but few high rises and few buildings, right? So when I got there, I kept missing my way until I located Zone 3 shopping complex, which was where the Igbo guy was doing his trade. He was selling office furnitures. So when I got to him, we greeted. I told him I'm from George. He said, fine. Welcomed me well. We were there until in the night. When he was about closing, he closed. I was thinking I was going to follow him to his house. He said, no, I cannot go to his house. That the highest he can do for me is I should find a way to manage how to sleep inside the shop, and all that. And that he has a large family, and so there's no space. I said, fine, So that first day, I slept inside the shop. Second day, I slept inside the shop. Third day, I now said, instead of sleeping inside the shop, let me just start sleeping inside my car. So I'll park the car inside the shopping complex, collapse the seat, and I'll sleep. In the morning, I'll wake up, I'll go to the same Zone 3 shopping complex. There's a bathroom and a toilet. If I want to, I'll pay 5 naira to go to the bathroom or to the toilet. And that is how I was living the life for the next 3 months, sleeping inside the car in the shopping complex.
Wow.
Until I now discovered a Plateau guy called Subi that was into car business. In the same Zone 3, I met him somewhere around there, and I spoke to him, and he accepted me. And then he has a car shop in Zone 1, traffic light. So I moved in with him, and I moved in with him in his house in Airport Road, Chika. Anybody that knows Abuja knows Chika before Lugbe. That was where I was staying with him for over some period of time, right? Before I now started discovering some people I went to school with, some people I know in Makodi, and all that. That was the period that a lot of Benue, Plateau, Kogi, Niger people that are surrounding the FCT started floating into Abuja and getting a job, right? And so then I was even stigmatized by some of my schoolmates because, how can you finish school and you're selling car? Because at that time, all of them want to do a white-collar job. Everybody wants to work in the bank, want to be this, want to be that, But I was looking at it beyond what they were looking at. I was like, for me to be working and collecting 35,000 naira, 50,000 naira in a month, and I can sell a car and make that much money, so why wouldn't I continue the business, right? So I didn't give a fuck about what anybody is talking about. Sorry for using the F word, right? And so I just persisted and I continued. Now, I have one advantage over them that they don't have. What is the advantage that I have? That I used. That's another thing in business. Any advantage that you see, you use it very well. Now, the advantage I had then was this. I had a car. A lot of them working in those white-collar offices never had a car. They
didn't have cars.
They had a good salary. They have where they can go to in the morning, and all that and work. But after closure of work, almost all my friends then, nobody had a car. They will call me to come and pick them in the office. Then we go and hang out and like that. So the advantage I took then, that's another advantage of having street sense. Now, listen. If you call me to come and pick you then, I'll tell you I don't have fuel. So you have to buy fuel in my car. So I was surviving by them. And if you buy fuel in my car, we'll go down to sit down in a joint. You have to buy food for me or buy a drink for me because I'm not working, you're working. So that's the advantage. And I took advantage of it. You understand? So at every given time, I had never lacked fuel in my car. Reason being that different people are calling me. If I finish with you, I'm jumping to that person that is calling me.
So you literally were just doing higher services.
Yeah, basically. But then in a package way. Anyhow you want to put it, that's cool, right? But again, I now began to have more friends cycle because I had a car. Now, with that again, a lot of them now got to know that here I am selling cars. A lot of them again, when they want to buy their car and their friends who want to buy their cars, so they recommend me. Now, I gave you this background story because I want to give you a story about the question that you asked me of the challenges that I faced, major challenge that opened my eyes and I learned a lot that have made me a different person in this business till today.